Hey guys, so I'm here with a quick video today. I always get questions about how I get my measurements and how I turn them into basically a pattern. So it's finding your increases and decreases and foundation chain for making garments of any kind. So basically I'm going to use my bust and waist measurements today, and I'm going to show you how to do a swatch gauge and things like that. So yeah, basically we're going to get into the video, and we're going to start off with a 5mm hook and a worsted weight for yarn, and I'm just going to make a slip knot, and I'm going to chain about 15 to 18. I usually chain about 15, and then I chain 3 more for a double crochet. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and chain 15 right now. And basically with this hook and this yarn, that always equals about 4 inches for me. So yeah, super easy to make a little swatch gauge, and that's what we're making right now. So once you have your 15, I'm going to chain 3. And the spot that you held would be the 4th chain from the hook. So then you just want to prepare for a double crochet by looping over and double crocheting into that 4th stitch from the hook. And then you want to double crochet in every chain across. So once you complete all of your row, then you just want to chain 3 at the end. Here's your row completed, and then you just want to chain 3, and that is what you do at the end of every double crochet row. If this was a single crochet, you would just chain 1. If it was half double crochet, you would just chain 2. So now this chain 3 is connected to your last double crochet, so you want to go into the next double crochet and continue all the way down to the end once again, just like you did the first row. So I have 2 rows completed, and in order to do a 4x4, I usually do about 6 rows. So I chain 3, and I'm going to complete the rest of my rows. I'm going to add 4 more, and when I come back, my swatch gauge will be completed. So here we are with the finished swatch gauge. That is 6 rows that I'm counting right now. And now we can get to the measuring portion. So you're going to need a measuring tape so you can measure your stitches and your rows. And that is always going to help you when you're trying to crochet an outfit or something, even if it's a scarf. So right here, I'm just going to put the measuring tape, line it up with a stitch and count. So that is 4 stitches. That equals 1 inch, and I'm going to show you closer. That is 1, 2, 3, and 4. And you can move it around and count 1, 2, 3, 4 in any area around your swatch gauge, and you should get the same amount. Then you just want to turn your measuring tape so you can do the rows. So that's 1 row right there, and that's another row of double crochet. So 2 rows equals 1 inch for me. So that means 4 rows would be 2 inches, and that's how I would know how many rows to get if I had a measurement. So if I had about a measurement of 3 inches, I would have 6 rows of crochet. So now that we have that portion out of the way, here's just a little quick measurement. You really should get someone else to measure you, but I do it myself all the time. So I'm measuring my bust, and that is about 32 inches. And now my natural waist, that is right where your belly button is, and that is 27 inches. It used to be 26, but I guess I got a little inch, or maybe it's because I have clothes on. But 27 inches. So now we have our measurement. I told you that my bust was 32 inches and my waist is 27 inches. So basically now we're going to take 32 inches and times that by 4, which was our stitch gauge, how many stitches per inch. And so once you do that, that will tell you how many chains you need to go around your bust. Now 32 times 4 is 128 chains or inches. So our waist is 27 inches. We're going to times that by 4 as well, and we are going to get 108 inches or 108 chains. So that's super duper easy. That tells you how many chains would go around your waist and how many chains would go around your bust. Now, in order to do your increases or decreases, you would need to take your bust and your waist. If I was making a top, I would start from my waist and go up to my bust. So I would subtract 128 from 108. So yeah, when the next slide comes, I will show you that. So yeah, 128 minus 108 would equal 20. Now, like I told you, I would be going from my waist to my bust, which means I would need to increase. So that is 20 increases. Now I would take my number 20 and I divide that by 4, because 4 is our stitch gauge once again. So you always want to use your stitch gauge because it's easier. You'll always come out with a number that you'll be able to recognize, because you know it's simple math. So basically, once you do that, the number that you get from dividing your number that you subtracted from, which is 20 in our case, by the stitch gauge, you will get 5. So that means that you have 4 increases every row for 5 rows. I hope that makes sense. So if you count, you times 4 times 5, you'll understand what I'm talking about. So that's 4 increases for 5 rows, and that would get you from your waist to your bust. So yeah, guys, it's super duper easy. It's simple math. You would use this whether you were making pants, shorts, a skirt, anything. If I was trying to get from my hips to my waist, then I would just take my hip measurement and do what I had to do to find how many decreases would get to my waist area. So yeah, you guys, if you have any questions or comments, just leave it down in the comment section or hit me up on Instagram at naturallydanielle_. Thanks guys. See you in the next video. Bye.